Hey Nixa High School, my name is Jackson Bell.
And I'm Lauren Tiffin. Coughing, ear infection, stomach flu, strep throat, and more. If you think you have any of these health conditions, go to see the school nurse and they can send you to the virtual health clinic in the high school. Macy Clark tells us how the clinic is doing.
As winter comes, so does the flu season. But what if you didn't have to miss school to see the doctor? Nixa partnered with Cox Health to open virtual clinics in the Nixa School District.
The virtual clinics are basically, if you think of it's kind of a mix of the urgent care clinics and then also going to the doctor on your phone. It's kind of that happy medium in between. What it does is it allows us to go anywhere in the district, and then you remote in through the device from the patient navigators, and they will remote in and get you a doctor or nurse practitioner. But the difference between just doing it on your phone is that they're able to do a lot of your vitals, like your blood pressure and the stethoscopes and the look in your ears and your nose and everything else that you would normally do at a doctor's office at urgent care. Then the urgent care doctor can actually see what's going on. And so instead of just saying, hey, I'm sick, I got a stuffy nose, you can actually look into your nose or look into your ear and say, oh, you have an ear infection. And that really helps get a lot more data and a lot more information to the practitioner so they can diagnose and treat whatever you have correctly.
Nixa nurses are being affected in a positive way. Head nurse of the district, Teresa, is addressing the positive side of things.
Very helpful to have somewhere to say, hey, why don't you go to the virtual clinic, or be able to send the staff to the virtual clinic. I've had issues where staff came in with chest pains, or they might think they have strep throat or something like that. And there's not a whole lot I can do for that. But if they have the option to go talk to someone right away that's here, that actually helps us because it eliminates some of the time that would take for us.
The clinic opens doors for students who may just need a quick hospital trip.
I think the idea behind the clinics, it's that urgent care thing. And so it's those things that you don't need in-depth medical treatment for, colds, sinus infections, rashes, scrapes, just things that you would normally go to urgent care for. So if you go to urgent care for something outside of like a broken bone or something like that, this is the perfect place to go.
The Nixa School virtual clinics are open to any student at the high school, junior high, SP, and High Point, but parents must complete a consent form in order to go. For EagleAir TV, this has been Macy Clark.
The ACT is a long test. Some colleges require a certain score. The ACT has been going through some changes, and Isaac Forbes has more.
Starting in September of next year, a new retake policy will be implemented on the ACT. Mr. Lund, a math teacher and the teacher of the ACT prep class, says this new policy is great news for students.
The ACT has come up with a new plan for how they're going to give the test. It's typically a 4-part test where you take an English, science, math, and reading tests throughout the morning. And what they're going to do is what they call super scoring, where each of your sub-scores on those tests, they will take the best performance out of all the different times that you take the ACT test. So if I go in, let's say 2 months ago, and I took the test and I scored a 30 on my English, it doesn't matter what I do the rest of the time, no matter how many other times I take the test, I have that 30 for the English score, and it allows me to kind of focus on some of the other tests instead. I've also heard you could potentially take just one of the tests instead of having to go in and take all 4 of them each time that you retake it.
Senior Aaron Gardner says this new policy would have helped the overall test-taking process along with the preparation for it.
Well, the first time I took it in high school, I was a sophomore, and I just took it blindly just to get a baseline. And then after that, the second time I didn't the only studying I would do is I would do practice tests. So I would do like a complete 4-hour practice test or do each section of subjects that I needed to work on. And so I did that every time after the first time. The first time I didn't do any preparation. I don't read very fast, so my reading score was quite a bit lower than all my others. So if I was able to just go in and take the reading, then I feel like I would have been able to put a lot more of my efforts into it and be able to get a better score in that, which would have greatly improved my score. But
This is Isaac Forbes, signing off for EagleAir TV. For more information about this new policy, go to the Counseling Center.
Volleyball is coming to an end, but this season the girls went through was a milestone for the sport, and Smith Wheeler was able to capture some of the highlights.
With an exceptional season full of outstanding plays and stressful games, the 2019 Volleyball Lady Eagles are headed to state.
Well, first and foremost, we wanted to get a conference championship. district championship. And to get us to those points, we also set goals of winning every single tournament that we played in, and so far we're 2 for 2 on that. As it stands right now in the conference, we have a share of that with Willard. We know that putting in that extra time makes a huge difference, and we just plan to continue that.
Many players get the opportunity to be on the varsity squad when they are upperclassmen, but sophomore JC Fixon has been doing it since freshman year.
Our team chemistry is really good. A lot of us played together last season, so we're already really familiar with each other, and so it's just working out really well. Our long-term goals would probably be winning state, and we already won all our tournaments, so that was a good one. There's 6 seniors on our team, so I'm just going to really miss them most of all, and they've just been a really big impact to our team. It's going to be hard to not see them come in the gym every day next year.
Go and support your Lady Eagles this weekend, November 8th through the 9th.
NBA 2K is a new basketball video game. Smith Wheeler went throughout the high school to see if the game is really worth its while.
NBA 2K20 is a new basketball simulation game that just came out. You can create your own player and even your own team. Freshman Ethan Smith is an avid 2K player.
2K20 is a basketball game that is based off the NBA and WNBA. If I get home from football practice, hop on 2K, don't even do my homework first. I gotta wake up in the middle of the night to do that. Saying 2K is priority.
I like to create my own player and go to the park and play other people online. The best 2K player that I know is me and only me, because nobody can beat me.
This is Smith Wheeler signing off for EagleAir.
Dare to Care is an annual event that every student is a part of at the end of the quarter as a way to give back to the community. Thanks for tuning in to this edition of EagleAir TV. I'm Lauren Tiffin.
And I'm Jackson Bell.